All right, here we've got a little 3-cylinder diesel lawnmower, and gotta ask the question, can I make it quieter? we're gonna try and make this quieter. Here we go. Okay, this is a little 2210 John Deere. It would have a little Yanmar engine in it. Fun fact, if you have a John Deere and everything is painted black underneath, it's not a John Deere, it's actually a Yanmar. If the engine and transmission is painted green, congratulations, you have something made by the John Deere Corporation. Anyway, it's loud. My customer is a little fussy and he says it's getting louder. He brought some insulation and said, how about you glue that to my hood? We're gonna try that, we're gonna clean that and put a little bit of insulation on there. He's getting older, so I don't know why it's getting louder, because most people's hearing gets worse as you get older. But anyway, we're gonna try and quiet this down. I think the biggest thing is the valve set, so we're gonna set the valves on it, and we'll see if it makes a difference. We can't really put any insulation on the side panels because it still needs to breathe, it needs to get air in, it needs to get the air from the rad that's going through out the side. And yeah, there's only so much we can do. So it's a little fiberglass hood. We'll pull that off, clean it, and we'll put some insulation on it. Here we go. All right, so this is a little 3-cylinder. Even though the insulation will probably help, I think valve setting is the #1 thing to quiet your engine down, whether it's an 8 or 6 or 4 or 3. Those tappets, when they get loose, really make your engine loud. So, it went straight to Deere. I had to pick up a couple specific parts for this thing. And I asked the service manager, what's the valve setting on a 2210? And they said somewhere between 6 and 10 thou. And that's what it says in the manual. I wonder how that conversation went when they were designing it. Okay, based on a temperature of 180 degrees or whatever, and the amount of work that it's doing, what should the valve setting be, Jim? Somewhere between 6 and 10. What, you mean like 8? Or 7, or 9, or 10, or 6, you know, whatever. I think we're gonna set it to 7, and that's because I never use my 7th thou feeler gauge and I feel it might be left out. Anyway, we have a complete video on how to set a 3-cylinder valve. Very simple, straightforward. Probably as long as that video is as long as me just talking this little minute here. So I'm gonna set these valves. We'll glue that stuff on. I just cleaned it, waiting for the hood to kind of dry. Just cleaned it all, sanded it all on the inside. As soon as that's dry, we'll glue some insulation down. There was a foam seal here and here that sat on the radiator support and the fuel tank support and tried to keep the noise in the engine. Go to your local hardware store or Home Depot or whatever and get something like this Perfect Seal. It's meant for indoor outdoor, so it's weather resistant, and this will expand up to about 1 inch, and it's sticky on one side. So I scraped all of this off, I've sanded it, I've wiped it down with paint thinner. You can use vinegar, rubbing alcohol, anything like that. And then this is meant for like valleys and stopping leaks in the house. Just open her up, we'll peel the sticky stuff off, we'll lay that down, then we'll cut our pieces for in between. Okay, so I used Lion's Grip spray adhesive. It comes in a giant, looks like a propane tank. You spray it on both surfaces, you wait about 4 minutes until it's tacky, and then you get 1 shot to put it on. You cannot pull it off once those 2 sides have touched each other. They're stuck. So you want to spray them in different directions. So if you're going lengthwise on the cloth, go widthwise on the hood. You can get it anywhere that sells material or hardware stores. Just ask what the best adhesive is for that type of cloth or material or insulation that you're buying. Wear gloves, it's kind of fumy. All the good stuff is bad for you. So just be careful. Trim the extra after you're done, and let's throw the hood back on the tractor and see if it worked. Here we go. Okay, insulation under the hood. New foam over the rad and the fuel tank. Valve set. Here's everything for the money. Now, I'm sure this good quality camera will be able to tell you guys exactly the difference in how it sounds.
Definitely not worse.
So here's the thing. Part of it's mental, part of it is actual driving. I've been a mechanic for a long time, and my mom swears that she could feel the difference when her car got an oil change. I'm like, I don't know. She swore it drove better and smoother. Maybe she should have been a mechanic before I was, I don't know. The camera doesn't pick up the noise good enough like it does in person. And I don't drive it every day, so I don't know. I think it sounds better, starts a little better. Then again, it's nice and warm in the shop. We'll park it outside, let it get cold for a bit, see what the cold start is like now that the valves are set. The insulation, I'm sure, contributed to something, but so did the valve set. So we'll let the customer, he'll be the final judge who drives it all day, every day. There's about 1,000 hours on this. And it's still in actually really good shape. So take care of your stuff and go as far as replacing the foam once in a while. Now you know how to do it. I'm not gonna put him on camera, but I'll get his opinion as to whether he liked that or not. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay filthy. Definitely check out the 3 valve set that we did, and the 6 valve explains the valves in a much more detail as to why you need to set the valves and how to set the valves. You just really don't want to make videos over and over again. So thanks for watching. Here we go.